contractor. Visit GreatPlainsWindows.com. That's
All righty, we're ready. We are back at the Great Minnesota Get-Together, the Minnesota State Fair, where the weather has improved dramatically. Very nice crowd in front of us. Some of them here almost from the beginning when we didn't think we were going to have a crowd because it was
I think
so
this is incredible that people
wet.
are here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It was the weather change was is so dramatic. It's hard to believe as we were commiserating just how miserable it seemed at about 10 minutes to 3 o'clock.
Our bosses wanted to pull the plug, and what do we say?
Well, that is true.
We go on with the fair.
He panicked.
Yeah.
But and what's funny about that is he panicked even though he doesn't even have to bother to be here. The people who panic, the suits, he's like, well, we're here,
yeah, we're
and
good.
you're there, and you're still panicking.
We'll do a
you
show.
don't have to deal with all the nonsense. We're here willing to do it, and you're still trying to pull the plug.
So we'll do the show.
Very bizarre.
We move on.
We go from one superstar to another. Indeed, Two Dogs now joins us, part of Monty Creason's Traveling Reptile Show. Give him a hand as he continues the proud tradition. Monty was on day one for as long as I can remember, usually our first guest.
Yep.
We moved it around today because it wouldn't have been any point to having him between 3 and 4. Welcome back. Good to see you. And it looks like you've come arrayed with an assortment of goodies.
I'm terrible at making decisions, so we just bring a bunch of stuff.
That's all right. That's good. Give yourself some options.
So let me get this straight. The guys that are telling you have to be out here are the ones telling, you're there? Oh, no, you don't need to be
Yes. It's unbelievable. I mean, he was ready. They were ready to pull the
I
plug.
think they underestimated our toughness and humility.
Well, there might be a reason for that.
Yeah,
there.
that's
Don't they
true.
know you guys you're one with the people?
Well, we are. And in all honesty, we have. I mean, we've dealt with bad weather at the fair before.
Correct.
It's never fun, but we've done it. We haven't we're going to go off the air. We're just going to leave. We're just going to, leave people high and dry. So I'm not surprised. That's how they operate, and that's what they're accustomed to. And that's why we'll never see them here.
I do appreciate they were kind of looking out for us.
Well, were they?
Kind of.
Well,
yeah, I'm not sure.
In a manner of speaking.
Well, I was here at 3:30, and right after the rain ended,
Yes.
and there's already people back in the stands.
It's the beauty of it. And we haven't even dried it off yet.
But they're clean.
Now they
There's
are
no
clean.
dust. You
Very,
might as
very
well
true.
come to the fair today. It's a beautiful day. You're not going to be sweating like crazy. You can get to everything you want to get to.
We were just saying that. This ends up being an ideal day because it's cool. You don't have to worry about the sun, and you do not have to worry about the crowds. No question.
We should mention, I don't know if we have, because I was making sure everything was good to go. Every year when we do this, people say, well, I'm in my car. I'm sure he's got a snake or an alligator or a frog or whatever, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
The beauty of it this year, because of Halvey and because of AJ, is you can watch this on basically all of our social media channels, on our YouTube page as well. However you follow us, KFAN1003, Instagram, whatever. We've got cameras. Halvey's running around. And by the way, he's terrified of whatever is going to be in these buckets.
He said he's
which is
super
tremendous.
excited, and how close can I get?
That's right. So if you want to watch and follow along this year, you can on all of our social media channels.
I want to
and YouTube
retweet
page.
that out too, but to people not listening right now, but I don't think it's been tweeted yet.
It has been.
Oh, it has been?
Yeah,
Well, how'd I miss it?
I'm not sure. I already did. KFAN1003. We'll get it for you.
Okay. You're right. They did.
There you go.
My apologies.
KFAN1003.
So Two Dogs, first of all, bring us up to date, man. Whoa. Oh, you're already going to some of the main events. Let's go.
And Zach hates alligators or crocodiles the most. This is unbelievable.
Well, these people pay a lot to get in the fair, and then, even extra to come see a free radio show. So we want to give them the best show we can.
Look at that.
So I'm trying to learn after Monty, where he had me do all the work and just ran his mouth. So I'm going to try and run my mouth while Hank here shows up Archer, one of our young alligators. Because as you know, if you come in, we have Albert. He's 48 years old. He's over 8 feet long. He's awesome. He's been here on the
Tremendous.
show. So this is just one of our handheld model alligators. So when we do school talks, birthday parties, we like to take him with for kids to do hands-on and stuff. You, my good friend, why don't you right up and close there?
Come on,
you can
get
barely
close.
feel him shaking.
Look at Halvey.
Halvey's like, one hand, he's ready to bolt.
So Hank will actually walk around with this alligator.
Oh,
here.
nice.
You guys can pet him on the back and on the belly.
New profile pic.
You can feel the difference. The back is all armor plated. That's the scoots. The body's real smooth.
Where does he not like to be petted? Is it like on the head? Is that?
You know, mostly like if people come up to you to shake your hand, they stick your finger up your nose. Like it's like, no, that's too far.
That's
We've
a little bit
crossed the line.
invasive. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point.
That's definitely ripped right out of the Monty Creason playbook. There.
Yeah, but that's okay. Hey, the oldie. You got to play the oldies.
Play the hits.
Absolutely right.
If you want to be the best, imitate the best.
Absolutely. By the way, as he's being kind of taken around there, what's the off season been like for you? Okay, how you been? We haven't talked in a while.
Well, allegedly it's been 2 years, but it doesn't feel.
I
like
know
it.
It doesn't. It
Like,
doesn't feel like 2 years.
I keep telling people, well, last year at the fair, they're like, oh, we didn't come to the fair last year. They're like, well,
yeah.
Last fair. You know, I wasn't here last year, but I'm sure like a lot of people, it's like, oh, I can get a lot of stuff done. You know, we're not having this fair, but apparently real life, there's a lot of stuff to do. So any free time void instantly gets filled up.
There's no question about that.
You know, when you were in college, if somebody could have made you understand how much time you actually had when you thought you were busy,
yes,
the things you could have got done, you could be retired already.
That's
like
very true. If we
you
only knew then, but we can't know because we're too stupid then.
I'm not saying I wasn't told. I just was not able to understand.
Yeah.
I did not have the ability. But it's been really good. So obviously with what we do with school talks, birthday parties, fundraisers, public stuff, that was all just shut down to nothing. But we still take care of the reptiles because, well, we love them. Like Monty would say, we're going to have these reptiles regardless, whether we're showing them to you guys or just to have them. We're nuts. We're not normal, obviously.
No, there's nothing normal about any of this stuff. How big will that alligator get?
So depending on his genetics, he should get 8 to 12 feet. If he's got great genetics, who knows? We could hit 20. So he's about 6 years old. And he's a lot like a 6-year-old. He throws his tantrums. And it's funny because when you're holding him, he'll be completely calm. And then you'll feel him tense up just like you're watching your little kid, their face turn red. And you're just like, meltdown's coming. Then they'll have their tantrum and they'll find out like, no, we're serious about making you work and behave. And then they just relax.
And
they
relax.
Kind of like, oh, just seeing, are you serious about making me do this? Are you in charge? Or
So
can I get away with stuff?
when we talk about, many of us are familiar, have dogs or grew up with dogs. And we talk about the different personalities dogs might have, even if it's the same breed. So how is it with alligators? I mean, the same thing. Do they have all different personalities, or is an alligator an alligator an alligator?
Absolutely, they are completely different. So there's 4 handheld models that we have because we have way too many alligators. It started out with, well, Albert won't live forever. We need to start raising another one. We don't like to think about that because Albert is extremely special and there will never be another alligator.
Are these all Albert's kids?
They're not.
Oh, it doesn't work that way. Okay.
No. But anyway, so of course Monty knows I got a guy in Florida that breeds alligators. He'll send one up. Well, Roy sent one up, but Roy didn't send one. He sent 2 because he's like, well, the one's got a little bit of a limp. I think he'll grow out of it, but I'll send you 2 just in case. Like, great. Because that's what we needed. 2 young alligators. All right. And then a friend of ours died, Carl Herman, who was one of the founders of the Minnesota Herp Society here. They meet at the U of M. So we went and did a talk there to kind of honor him and talk about Carl, a good friend of Monty's. Well, they have this young alligator that somebody had surrendered, and all the people that are part of the Herp Society are smart enough to go, alligators are cool. I'm not taking it. That's not a good pet for me. And of course, as we're leaving, they're like, hey, could you guys take this? Like, yep, we'll take it till we find a good home for him, knowing full well that we already found the home for him because
it's your home.
It's your home.
Like,
yeah.
Definitely Monty, and I'm becoming the same way. Like, yeah, you want an alligator? No, you're not good enough. Sorry. Hopefully one day I meet that person. Where
yes,
like, yes, you are the person
that'll pass the test. Yeah.
So now we have 4 handheld models. So we went from 2 to 3, and then another kid who helps us out, he brought his alligator down, and we're at 4. So,
what's the weight of the? What's the name of this one?
So this is Archer. He's 6 years old.
Okay.
He's probably about 15 pounds.
Okay. What's interesting, because you mentioned, Halvey seemed terrified getting too close, and a lot of other people seem very, willing to get very, very, very tight with the animal. Not any, no discomfort, no nervousness, no tension. And look, even now, Halvey is like, he's like
terrified.
one step in the other direction.
But look at him just walking with it, backpedaling.
Yeah,
possibly a future player for the Vikings the way he's running.
Wow.
Seriously.
Well,
Just
Yeah.
needs to be motivated. That's all it
Backpedaling
takes.
cornerback. We've got plenty of those, and they backpedal too far, and the receiver makes the catch right in front of them every time. Very nice looking animal. Outstanding.
Oh, absolutely. They're a lot of fun. They do have their own personalities.
Yeah.
Like one's very timid and shy, and the next one he thinks he's the toughest thing until you walk at him, and then he's like, "Nope, never mind, just kidding."
Well, now, do they ever fight amongst each other, or do you not even give them that chance?
I mean, they're like brothers where
Okay.
they do.
So it's playful.
Yeah.
It's not like trying to eat each other.
No.
Okay.
I mean, they'll snap at each other, and there's like especially feeding time. The first couple for feeding them fish, the first couple fish are
Yeah.
it's a feeding frenzy, and then it's like, oh, there's plenty for all of us. Oh, okay, they'll come up, take theirs, go to the back, and then the next one comes up, and then it's just clockwork, just boom, 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 and away they go.
How many more critters do we have? Two?
We have
Two or
four.
three. Oh, well then, I'd say let's get one more in, and then we'll pause. We got two
we're
good
gonna do-
segments with you.
so-
Yeah.
Hank, why don't you get the big one out, and I'll handle the little one.
Uh-oh.
The big one and the little
The
one.
big one and the little one. You
Wow.
So
That's scary.
this guy here.
Oh, look.
So this
Oh.
is an African Sulcata tortoise.
That's beautiful.
They're pretty popular. The problem is, as you can see, Hank also has an African Sulcata tortoise.
Holy
This is probably
moly.
4 or 5 years old. That's probably 16 or 17. We don't know because a lot of our animals, just like Albert, some of our alligators, are rescues. So the problem is these guys grow fast, but they also breed very, very well. So they're usually a fairly easy thing to get a hold of because you can make more real easy.
Yeah.
Only 2 ingredients, and the rest just happens on its own. So they're really cool. They're great lawnmowers, as you can see. I mean, it just got set down.
No
It was like,
doubt. Yeah.
I've never eaten this grass. Let's start
Look
right
at that.
here. You want to hold him, Helby? Are you sure?
Halvey, it's not going to hurt you.
The turtle's not
So
going to
now
hurt you.
the Halvey's using a phone here. Is this part of the live feed then?
Yeah, he's tracking everybody.
tracking. That's
yeah,
tremendous.
And I'm
Okay.
watching it right now. And that's
Awesome.
why Halvey is as active
Awesome.
as the turtles right now. He's
And
bouncing
so
around.
the big one is how old? Are
Probably
we
16
estimating?
or 17 years old.
Okay.
So they grow very, very fast, live 30 to 50 years typically, and he'll get bigger than what he is now. If you decide to get one, sell your lawnmower because it'll just take care of your lawn for you. It'll eat it right down. But in the wintertime, when you bring it inside, it will destroy your basement. These guys do not understand the concept of going around something.
They don't.
They just go
They
through
go
it.
right through everything.
They just push and they push and they push. So these are tortoises. They're land animals. You can see very short tail. And if you look at the hind legs there, it's like a little miniature elephant's foot.
Yeah, I
So-
see that. Yeah, you're
Whereas
right.
our turtles have the long tail for swimming and the webbed feet.
Beautiful.
So yeah, and they're awesome. They just don't care about anything. So with everybody coming up to pet them,
And they don't get cranky? If you stuck your finger like right by the mouth, would you get nailed?
I'm guessing if you poked it repeatedly in the face, you could probably get bit. But
Yeah.
I'll let you in on a little secret. If you do that to me, I'll try
He'll
and
do
bite
this.
you
Yeah,
too.
same
Yeah.
thing. It's
There's
just
a line.
self-preservation.
Got to be
cross it-
some boundaries.
Sure. That
Yeah.
seems fair.
So, like anything else, if you treat it with respect,
Yeah.
typically things go well. If you don't, you pay the price.
Now, I don't remember. Is this new for you guys, this one? Or have I seen this?
The young one is
Yeah.
new because this
Okay.
one actually 2 years ago at the last fair, a friend of mine in Wisconsin sent me a picture of this one
Okay.
and said, "Hey, what kind of turtle is in my yard?" I'm like, "That's an African tortoise. Grab it." Well, like, "Oh no, we took the picture a while ago. It came back in its yard. Somebody either let their pet go or it got out. We couldn't find anybody that was missing or claiming a tortoise. So
There it is.
here we go until we find a good home for it.
The rest is history.
It's maybe 50 or 60 years. We'll find somebody capable of taking care
So
of it.
that's their life expectancy, 50
Yep.
to 60?
30 to 50, but if you
Okay.
do a good job, you should get more.
Get even more.
Yeah.
Let's get a pause in here. We got much more to get to. Two dogs joining us from Monty's Traveling Reptile Show.
Where are you located, Two Dogs?
On Nelson Street, right across from the DNR building. And we're going for the Minnesota Moral Victory this year. We did not raise our prices. We are still $3 because fares are expensive. All the food guys have had to raise their prices because their prices went up. Bring your family. We just want a little of your money, not all of it.
It's a very fair price. You got some great
It's worth
stuff in
it.
there. It's absolutely worth the time for sure. Let's get a pause in, and he will unfurl several other interesting critters as we continue from the Great Minnesota Get Together on what's turned into be a pretty nice day right here on the Fan.
You're listening to Barreiro and the State Fair on the Fan. Our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com. Listen every weekday to win your way there and win $1,000.
An all-new season of the hit series Stargirl is here. See why critics call Stargirl witty, fast-paced, and a joy to watch. Tune into the CW Tuesdays or stream free the next day. Only on the CW app.
The Fan is live from the Minnesota State Fair, powered by Snap Fitness. You've also got a chance to win a 2-year lease on an all-new Mitsubishi Outlander, courtesy of our friends at White Bear Mitsubishi, where it's always a hot bear summer. Register to win now at KFAN.com, keyword fair.
It's low fee for Snap Fitness, where they care about your mental well-being just as much as your physical health. Both are so important, and that's why from now until the end of September, Snap Fitness is waiving your joining fee. Save up to $70 using code KFAN at checkout. It's time to feel good again. Go to snapnation.us/MN State Fair for more.
Hi, it's Chris Hockey. Let me talk to you about Minnesota's best 2021 transportation company. I'm talking about Jefferson Lines, and this was a statewide vote where passengers and employees and others voted for their favorite transportation company, and Jefferson Lines won. So congratulations. Just a great company to work for and to use to get where you need to go. They are looking to hire you immediately. The next 5 full-time CDL drivers hired by Jefferson Lines are going to get a $3,000 sign-on bonus. The best comprehensive benefits in the industry. Jefferson Lines at jeffersonlines.com/career.
As an online student at Arizona State University, you can take a journalism class with a Pulitzer Prize-winning author, study engineering with a Nobel laureate, and do a virtual lab with a MacArthur Fellow. In any of our 200-plus programs, you'll learn from the same world-renowned faculty and earn the same degree as on-campus students, while receiving personalized support to empower your success. Learn how to advance your professional path at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hello, this is Tom Lyons, host of Today'sBusinessRadio.com, inviting you to tune in for our executive summaries weekday afternoons on Barreiro right after the top 5 at 5. You'll learn great business insights from Twin Cities businesses, Vector Wealth Management, and Phelan Partners Limited.
If you are planning on buying or selling a home, choose the only real estate agent I would use, Matt and Amanda with the Pomerleau team at JP Willman Realty Twin Cities. No matter what the situation, they have a solution. Google the Pomerleau team today or go to pomerleauteam.com.
You take steps to stay healthy when at the pharmacy picking up vitamins or filling a prescription.
May I help you?
Take another healthy step right now and ask the pharmacist how Prevnar 13 can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease. If you're 65 or older, a trip to the pharmacy is a lot more pleasant than a trip to the hospital because of pneumococcal pneumonia. Help protect yourself with the Prevnar 13 pneumococcal 13-valent conjugate vaccine, diphtheria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect against all strains of the disease. Stop by the pharmacy today and ask about Prevnar 13. Learn more at Prevnar13.com. Don't get Prevnar 13 if you have had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with a weakened immune system may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-866-694-9300 or visit Prevnar13.com.
So you think you have unlimited data?
Recalculating.
Think again. If you're on a network you can't trust, then your data is limited, and so are you. Get unlimited and save with Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on 5G from the network more Americans depend on, with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Total Wireless. Do amazing. Available at Best Buy. 5G capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at TotalWireless.com.
Summer's short. Don't be left at the dock next year. Pre-order your 2022 Lund boat powered by Mercury. Rapid Marine has the largest inventory of fishing boats in the country. Rapid Marine has your 2022 Lund boat waiting. 4 Minnesota locations and at rapidmarine.com. Ranger boats are the hardest to find fishing boats, but not at Rapid Marine. Pre-order your 2022 Ranger to reserve your slot now. Rapid Marine has your 2022 Ranger boat powered by Mercury. 4 Minnesota locations and at rapidmarine.com.
Quick Trip and Pepsi are teaming up with your Northland Ford dealers to award a new Ford
Hey,
Bronco
Brett, how much time?
Sport to one lucky Vikings fan in the opening drive
Thank you.
sweepstakes. Ford's on-road manners, off-road ability, and slick interior designs will impress. So to enter, stop by your local Quick Trip. Buy any 20-ounce Pepsi-branded product or Pothole frozen pizza with your rewards card, and you're entered. Boom! If picked, you'll win $25 for every yard earned on the Vikings opening drive. And a chance to win a Ford Bronco Sport. No purchase necessary. Quick Trip. See you next time. Maybe in a Bronco Sport. Quick Trip is teaming up with Northland Ford dealers to award a new Bronco Sport to one lucky Vikings fan in the opening drive sweepstakes. The new Ford Bronco features the electronic terrain management system to tackle any type of terrain. It's sweet. So to enter, stop by your local Quick Trip. Buy any 20-ounce Pepsi branded product or Pothole frozen pizza with your rewards card, and you're entered. Buy the 20-ounce Pepsi and Pothole pizza together. Get 10 bonus entries. You can win cash and maybe a new Bronco Sport. No purchase necessary. Quick Trip. See you next time. Maybe in a Bronco Sport.
Get the best warranty in the jewelry industry at Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
This report is sponsored by Memorial Blood Centers. Fan forecast.
Partly cloudy for now. Storm sitting around 9, high at 72.
Memorial Blood Centers urgently needs blood donors to help save and sustain lives in the community. Donate between now and September 10th and receive a free t-shirt. Schedule your life-saving appointment at mbc.org or call 1-888-GIVE-BLD.
Back to Bumper, live from the 651 Carpet Studios on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN.
Oh, don't go and talk about my father. God is my friend.
All right, we're set.
He made this world for us to live in.
Two Dogs is back with us. He's got more animals to reveal, describe, and a reminder that, as Guardsy mentioned, we're live streaming this on pretty much every significant KFAN platform.
Yes.
Right now, because there is that frustration for the audience that's not right in front of us that, well, I love the descriptions here, but it's kind of frustrating because I can't see it. You can see it. You can see all of it. It's been brilliantly offered up. And Halvey has worked this angle despite his fears. He's risen above his fears
That's
enough
the thing.
to get the up close and personal shots that we've all pretty much been looking for.
He's terrified of what might come out of the bins, and he's going to need a shower after. I mean, he's like sprinting. Yeah. He's like a model on a runway.
He's going to lose like 10 more pounds right here in front of us.
Before Livy, I don't know this is possible, but
That's
now
very
he's
true.
just flying around here. It's unbelievable.
Can we send him over to the Lizard Lounge and maybe give him some sort of?
It's a great idea.
Something to help calm his nerves.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad thought. Actually.
So Dan, I have a question for you. So we didn't have a fair last year. I heard a rumor. I don't think it's true because I like to think I know you, but that you went to the fair board and said, nope, we're not doing it because if my daughter gets to be around a snake again, she's going to want to bring one home. We finally got over this 2 years ago. We're not going to relapse.
For the record, I can deny it, but I can confirm that my daughter still wants everything, a lizard, a snake, you name it, she wants the animal, and I blame you for a lot of that because, in all seriousness, your generosity with her 2 years ago when she was the Fox 9 junior reporter, and we were trying to figure out an angle for her, and her angle was to spend time with you, was tremendous. You were great with her. She still talks about it. My wife still talks about it, and so I very much appreciate how kind you were and how helpful you were with her on that occasion.
I think one of the best parts was, though, a cousin of my father's came in, and you were there talking with me, and he hands you the old Kodak wind-up disposable camera.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Thinking, like, he wants a picture. And Dan being extremely nice, like, absolutely thinking this gentleman is asking to take a picture with the Dan Barreiro. The Dan Barreiro.
Right.
No, he was asking to take
the infamous.
To have the Dan Barreiro take the picture. And I believe your wife was there, and she had this huge smile on her face.
Yes, that's right. That's true. I remember that, actually. You're right.
Which was very wonderful. You took it completely in stride.
I don't know if I took a good photo, but at least I took it.
Well, I mean, it looked really good.
That's
you
good.
know, when it was developed later. So
what do we got next?
Well, we're Monty's Traveling Reptile Show, so of course we're going to get an amphibian out now. just like you're a sports talk radio, and sometimes you don't even talk sports. You know, you got to step outside.
You got
the
to mix
box.
it up. Yeah, that's right.
You can't always be comfortable.
No.
In life, you got to do some things, take some chances. So this is an African burrowing bullfrog.
Oh wow!
And this guy is only about half grown right now. If it's a male, he gets really big. We had one before. Monty had one before, and his name Charles in honor of Charles Barkley, because
that's right.
If you
Remember
ever
that, yes.
see this guy eat, you will understand. Food just comes in and it gets shoved down like there should be no more room. Nope, I can shove more down. Literally shove it with his front legs. And if you're feeding him something with a tail, that tail might stick out for a couple days because there's not enough room. And just keep pushing it down.
Just keep pushing it down.
They're really cool. Neat thing about these African burrowing bullfrogs, when it comes to reptiles, we are not creative with the names whatsoever. So they're from Africa. Dry season comes, they burrow down. Amphibians always have that moist, slimy skin. Reptiles don't, but they're that kind of, they make their own little cocoon, and they hit the pause button.
Sure.
They take a big time out, and it can be just for that dry season. It can be for decades, depending how long that drought lasts. And then you just add water and resume. We just go back to life. And they actually do have like a little tooth. So if they do grab you, because they're kind of feisty little guys,
right?
You actually feel it.
How big will they get?
They'll get about size of a dinner plate or so. The big
Okay.
tails.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, big enough where you can feed them.
You
a
could.
rat.
Oh my goodness!
So they're
And how old do they get? What's
Um,
life expectancy there?
So
if you're lucky,
they've been documented to go into hibernation over 28 years. So
Oh, my.
I don't know an exact
28 years of hibernation.
I don't know if you'd call it hibernation in the correct term. There's
All right,
somebody
yeah,
yelling
right.
at me right now.
Oh.
Email me at the booth. You know.
Yeah, that's it.
So I don't really know a good way to describe
Right.
their lifespan, because you can pause them
You
for
can.
so long
Man,
if need be. So
that's
it's
crazy.
Really, really cool. I mean, it's that amphibians are not our thing. We know a little bit about them, but
Right.
like everything else, they're really cool. And so this one is actually Hank. So he's the one
Hank.
showing everything off. Of course, with Monty, his real name is not Hank, but he's got to have a code name.
Yeah, of course.
Which we're pretty sure it's because Monty could never remember anyone's actual name. So it was just whatever stuck
Is
with
is
him.
it hard for you to believe? How long has it been since Monty passed away?
I think it's 4 years.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
I'm
right.
really, I thought about this
Sound-
today. I'm really happy that we didn't miss out a year of the fair with him, because
That's a good point.
I had a great time coming here just listening. I was always pretty scared.
You know, I think we all were.
Because I'm like, I need to keep doing this. I know, like, you've put your time in, and one of these days you might just be like, I've had enough. You guys are going to get to hear what I'm actually thinking, not the very
Yes.
lightly filtered version.
Yes, yes.
With, you know, Monty Unplugged, which.
Well, we had a couple of close shaves with Monty where you
We
could
did.
tell it was starting to go to a place where you said, "Oh my God,
He usually knew.
we're going to get shut down." And,
Yeah.
and then we just sort of try to distract him at that point to get him back in another direction.
Show them something shiny.
Yes,
just like
exactly.
me. It's like, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So
That's
the
exactly
next
right.
one we have out here, why are you
Zach,
running away?
why are you way over there?
Because he's in the bucket.
Oh,
so
I see.
this is actually one of our rattlesnakes. This
Oh,
is a
boy.
Western Diamondback, and
Oh, boy.
it's actually in the process of shedding. So
Oh.
you'll actually see some of the skin coming off. We're probably not going to do any hands-on with this one.
Okay.
Because it's day one of the fair, and as you guys have probably noticed, we've definitely noticed, everybody who's at the fair this year wants to be here. They're all in a great
Yes,
mood.
that's true.
I mean, it's a
They're
great
committed.
fair every other year, but they're
Halvey, you need to get
everybody's
closer.
at a 10
The
today.
live stream, we can't see what it is. You need to get
I
closer.
have no idea what that animal is. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
get in its right in its face.
So we like
Uh-uh.
everybody today. Day 11, we probably won't like everyone. Day
Right.
12, we don't care. We'll be your friend again. But day 11, we're all ready to snap.
Yeah, understandably so.
So you can see this guy. He's got a little skin on his neck there.
Yes,
getting
I
ready
did
to come
so
up.
notice that.
So a rattlesnake, when it's born, does not have a rattle. It's got a button. So a lot of people say a baby rattlesnake's the most dangerous because it can't warn you. Every time it sheds its skin, though, as that final scale comes off, it flips over and adds another segment or rattle. There's nothing in that rattle. It's just interlocking scales. So they vibrate against each other when they rattle their tail. But you can see and you can hear this rattlesnake is not rattling. He's not scared. He's not worried. And even if right now it bites Hank, we don't have to worry because we'll all be fine.
Oh,
yeah. Hank
might not be in
Hank
good
will
shape.
be in a little bit of pain.
Yeah, a
but
little bit of
If he does get bit, we'll all just go best day ever.
So do you carry like anti-venom shots with you? I mean,
We don't. Even though like it's not anything to take lightly. It's
right.
If you know what's going on, you stay calm, you drink some water. We go down to HCMC,
Double
you
check
tell them
some
a story
things,
like,
yeah.
"Yep, I was an idiot today. This is how I screwed up.
Right?
Can you mix me up a batch for a Western Diamondback?" They're like, "Yep, you definitely were stupid, and we can help you out." Because there's usually two type of people that get bit. Us, because we're around them all the time.
Right.
So obviously, our chances are much higher. Eventually, we're guys. We forget things. We do something stupid. We
Yeah,
get bit.
right.
You know, consequences of your actions. You know, like, oh yeah, should have known better. The other type of people tend to be males with alcohol involved, and they're walking
I was
along,
gonna say that's
and
the
they
big
come
one.
across one, and you know, they see like, I'll start poking you, and back to the thing we were talking about with the tortoise. You poke me with a stick long enough or with your finger,
Yeah.
I will try and
Right.
bite you too if I can't get away. So typically, their number one defense is they just want to stay hidden and let you go by. If you get too close, you know, somebody gets in your bubble and you just start backing up because they're close talker.
Right.
That's when you're going to get the rattle. Then you keep getting closer. That's when like, nope, you know, you're too close. But their venom is how they get their food. They're a very fragile snake. They need that venom to get food. They don't want to waste it on you or me.
That makes some sense.
So
how old is this snake?
the
This rattler?
snake is probably 12, 13
12.
years old.
And how often does the skin get shed?
So probably once a month. We could do it more if we fed them more.
Right.
But reptiles being cold-blooded, they are designed to be very energy efficient. Albert could eat a lot more. Our big snakes could eat more.
Right.
They wouldn't live as long. You just blow them out on the
I see,
inside.
yeah.
They're not designed to handle a lot of food, very little, and get the most out of it because cold-blooded, you don't do a lot. Most of the time, you prefer to just lay around.
Lay around, yeah.
Although
makes
there's
sense.
more and more of us that kind of feel the same way, where it's like, you know
That's
what,
true,
this
too.
laying around is kind
Yeah,
of good.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Very true.
So Hank will put that rattlesnake away there.
Looks like
Zach,
yeah.
you have insurance now, right? Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, a second GoFundMe looks like it might be right around the corner.
I'd
for
hate
you.
to have to do a ode to a dead guy.
At 5:55.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll check in on
A
Zach from
breaking ode to a
HCMC.
dead guy.
Remember last year at that fair, the guy that was here, what happened to him?
Yeah. We barely knew
He
him.
Remember him
seemed like
well.
a nice
yeah.
guy.
And he really, you know, he worked. He was brave to try to get the close-up shot. Unfortunately, it killed him.
Well, I like how AJ's part of this too, and AJ says, "I'll be in the back pushing the button." Zach, you go out by the snake.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Zach, when you do
AJ's
get
not
bit,
foolish.
don't do like every other cell phone video when something really cool happens. Keep it in frame. Hold the shot. We want to see what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need the money shot.
Oh, that's very true. That's
Otherwise,
100%
everybody else, they get jumpy and, you know,
Yeah,
it's,
absolutely.
it was there, but you missed it. We could have had a great time.
Is that Miranda? Are we here in the rehearsal now?
I think
Is that
so.
what that
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
We're happy for Miranda. All right. What else we got? Two dogs.
I think that's it.
Oh, that's it.
That
I
was
thought
the
we had
four.
one more.
But, you know, you're saying like, hey, if you guys can't, you know, you want to see this. The cameras never do it justice.
No.
We have a great cameraman today. And you're doing a wonderful job. But come to the fair, especially on a rain day.
Yeah.
It scares everyone away.
Yeah.
It does.
A state fair is a weatherman's dream. We're going to try and scare them away every day. We're going to predict rain. We're going to predict ridiculous heat. We're going to do anything we can to, you know, they're just trying to take your job. They want some of the fame. They want some of the glory. How can I be important today?
Now,
Who's your weather guy?
Were you?
Because he's not like that.
No, not mine. Did you do? You did Wisconsin, I assume.
We
State fair?
don't do Wisconsin anymore.
Oh, you okay?
I suppose 6, 7. I'm going to say 6 years, so it's probably 12 with how my memory works. We do Wisconsin, which was before Minnesota.
Right.
It was a great fair, great people, but it takes so much out of Monty that when we'd come here, which is
that's
an
right.
even better
That's
fair,
right. You've said that before.
and
That's
it
true.
just this is the one you want to be on your A.
This is the
And
big one.
This is the one you can really enjoy. We have the best setup you could imagine. It's only $3. You come in. I mean, there's people that'll come up like, I don't know if it's worth $3. So I'll tell them, put your money on the table. I'll set the weight on it. If you don't think it's worth your money, grab it on your way out. And I was like, well, I'll just lie and say it wasn't. Like, that's fine. It costs me no different whether you come through and look at
Sure.
everything
Right.
or whether you do. If you enjoy it, great. I hope it's worth your $3. If you honestly don't think it is, keep your $3.
Yeah. Well, and the irony again is, I mean, how easily do people drop $3 for whatever
all kinds
exotic
of stuff.
piece of food, anything?
A bottle of
It's
water.
I think it's exactly a bargain at $3. And part of it is you have to. I learned this the last time I was there. You have to give yourself a minute. Because there's a lot of stuff there, and if you rush through everything, you end up missing some things. Give yourself a chance to actually see what's there.
And what we find out is we get a lot of whole families to come through.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Your family of 4, that's $12.
Yes.
To me, I'm a little tight. $12 is still a fair amount of money.
Right.
But I'd rather do that and have the whole family come through and mom and dad versus just the kids, because they'll come by next year and the kids will be like, I want to go in. You did that last year.
Right.
We're not doing it again.
Yeah.
But if mom and dad go with, we're going to get your money year after year. Like I said, we just want a little bit. But we're honest about it. We tell you we want your money, but just a little.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. How about a round of applause for Two Dogs helping us out every year? We'll keep in touch, and who knows? Maybe occasionally you've come back. We've had Monty come back late for something, and we'll see. We'll see how things go. If the weather holds up, might be, a little bonus appearance.
Well,
it's a possibility.
If we come back, we're bringing Albert.
I think, well, that's it.
I think that's got to be a promise.
That's the great finish.
Maybe we promote it like that and just say Albert's coming.
Albert's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. Well, we'll work on some
we're
things.
bringing Albert, though. The first time I come, we're doing it. We're not doing the preseason game where we scout out the trip and then get here and go back.
Whatever time we tell you, consider it.
Consider it
We'll
done.
pull a Monty. We're here. And we're taking over.
Yep.
That's it. Thanks, Two Dogs. Appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you.
Don't forget to stop by Monty's Traveling Reptile Show. Location again, real quick.
What street?
I keep asking one more question after you give the mic up. Sorry about that.
See, that's what Monty would do. You'd think you're finally
Yes,
done, and
that's
Monty
true.
would say something really interesting. You're like, I'm almost out, but I gotta know. And then an hour later, you're
That's
still
exactly
there,
right.
and then some Bombay Sapphire, and bad things happen. We're on.
I do miss Monty after dark when we would do Enough Said.
Oh,
and
my
then
goodness.
We'd be out of here at like 10:15, and we'd go into the back, and Monty'd been here all day. We'll just say that.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, you'd learn a lot back then in a
He
10 or 15
enjoyed
minute.
the fair.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
I miss Monty after dark terribly.
No doubt.
So we're on Nelson Street. Everybody knows where the DNR fish ponds are because they're super cool. We're right across the street from that.
Thanks again, man. Appreciate it. We'll get a break in here. We still got a good half hour to go. We'll get caught up on a number of stories and prepare you for what we've got coming on tomorrow's show and some guests that are already lined up for next week as well. Back from the Great Minnesota Get-Together in a minute here on The Fan.
Barreiro, live from the State Fair on The Fan. KFAN, Total Traffic.
From the Holiday Station Stores Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. 35 east southbound is shut down from County Road 42 to the Burnsville split because of a crash.
Did you know moving your body moves your mood? At Snap Fitness, we focus on helping you feel fantastic, and when you feel great, the results will follow. We believe that all fitness is valid fitness. It all counts towards leading a healthy lifestyle, whether you're a gym pro or just getting started. We're here for you 24/7 to help you feel fantastic. Isn't it time to feel good again? Visit snapfitness.com to find your local club today.